ladies and gentlefolk. My name is Frenegades, and welcome back to another video. At about 12:30 a.m., I have work in the morning, but I wanted to talk about this, kind of like as a coming up story. Not really. I mean, I'm doing a lot better, but I just like literally just remembered that yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of when I got fired from Chick Fil A. And I guess I just wanted to talk about necessarily like my time there. Because I only worked there for like a month. About a month. Um, so yeah, I'm not going to go in detail of everything because I don't remember everything. But just like major stuff. Like exactly what even happened and how I even got there. So like it's like August of last year, like really late August, like early September, and I end up having to leave this job that I'm at as a door-to-door salesman because all of my coworkers, well, the managers, well, not the managers, the trainers and our office boss all got fired for making fraudulent sales. So that left me as the last soldier pretty much there. And I was asked if I wanted to keep doing that or if I was going to leave. And I was like, well, considering I don't have the experience and considering I don't have a car with me right now, I'm going to just go. Like, I would love to do that, but it's like, I mean, one, I kind of knew something was up with that job, but I'm not going to get into that. So basically, like, after I left, I called both of my parents. Now, separately, because my parents aren't together. They never were in my lifetime. But I called my parents, and my mom suggested that I work at Chick Fil A because they do open interviews. So I went to Chick Fil A for an open interview, and I was told that it was another one owned by the same people. So I go there. I'm not gonna say which location because, like, if they find this video, I do not want to get sued. I do not want people to, like, yeah, I do not want to get potentially sued for even talking down on their name. But I'm not even going to talk down on their name. I just rather not. So I went to the other location and I had my interview and I got hired. And I started like a week later. So it's still like early September and all that good stuff. I'm getting trained and I'm doing really well because I had worked fast food before. My first job was at McDonald's. So like kind of doing Chick-fil-A is like doing that but way faster. You're doing way more work and you're doing it faster. Like way faster. Like when you see Chick-fil like if you work Chick-fil-A or if you're like there every day or something like that, you see like a long line at McDonald's or something like that. I saw like a line for like 6 cars. And I was like, man, this is just light work right here. Like that's literally how it is. So yeah, I get trained for the next couple of weeks and all that good stuff. And like, I don't know, I started catching feelings for this one girl. Um, she goes by, I'm gonna just say V, right? And I actually had made a song about it. I made a song about her around that time because I was like, man, do I really like her? I think I do. I'm gonna write about it, and I wrote the song "Searching." It's on my other channel. I uploaded it pretty recently, like a couple months ago. I don't know, but it's my favorite song that I ever wrote. But anyways, so yeah, I lightly flirt with her at times, and I write her. Oh, I remember now. What made me realize that was that she asked me to go to the store, to this grocery store, and get her some pineapples. So I did, and I saw this like little, those greeting cards. Yeah, I bought one of those, and I wrote like a little message in there, I think, and gave it to her, and she liked it a lot. So then, like a couple days later, I asked her if she wanted me to get her pineapples again or any kind of fruit, and she said, "Sure, go ahead." And I was like, "All right, cool." And I pretty much did the same thing like that. And then I feel like she was kind of getting the hint, so then I just kind of went for the kill, not in asking her out or anything like that, but just I wrote her a letter, just explaining like I liked her. I liked her, and I wanted to get to know her better. And I'm just like, hey, if you want to, great. If you don't want to, that's cool. So she ended up telling me like, what is it? She told me that nothing could happen because like I was, in the red shirt, which is like just regular crew member. She was in the black shirt, which is like shift leader, area manager, stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? That's cool. That's respectable. And I ended up asking her if it was okay if I still wrote to her. And she said she doesn't think it was a good idea because something could come off from that. So I was like, all right, that's respectable. I'm not going to write anymore. So I stopped. And within that week, I get, I think it was within that week. I remember it being a Wednesday. Our general manager, I guess store manager, he talks to me because he's telling me that somebody said that I was saying stuff that was inappropriate. Now, me being at Chick Fil A, I'm not really talking about dirty stuff and sexual stuff. And then, like a little while later, I kind of realized what he was probably talking about because, like, he never told me exactly what was being said. He just said that there was stuff that was inappropriate that was being said. So I was like, all right, I'll watch my mouth. I'll be sure to like watch my mouth, you know. But what I'm thinking of now, at least later on, was probably me talking about how I used to want to commit suicide. So yeah, that could definitely be deemed as inappropriate. But as I said though, I didn't know what he was talking about like at the time because he never clarified what what I was saying. Let me get my phone real quick. Okay, yeah, I got clothes in the dryer that's about to dry, so I guess I should wrap this up. So yeah, but throughout, like little later that day, he asked me, if I want to be a part of this charity event. I guess I don't know if it was a charity or like a not profit or promotional thing. I don't know, but basically, I get asked if I want to dress up as the Chick Fil A cow for this event down at this hospital, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. And the rest of my week went by, and the day that was supposed to happen was a Saturday. So I do it, and yeah, I do it. I get back to work. I finish the day, and there's this movie night that's going on with the night shift. I worked at Chick Fil A so much, like so long during the days that I got invited to the night shift group chat, and I got invited to do night shift stuff. So I went there to the movie night, and we were supposed to watch. I want to say it was A Nightmare Before Christmas or something, but we ended up watching Coraline. So, the movie was nice. We left out about 1 a.m. I drove back home and I went to sleep. And the next day, which is a Sunday, we had this ice cream social that was being ran by, that was, pitched up by V, which was supposed to be this, I'm not even going to talk about it because even like during the whole thing, I kind of admitted to her I didn't really care for the idea, but I wanted to still do it because I liked her and I wanted to support that idea. But it turned into an ice cream social because not a people attended the initial event. So yeah, we basically just had ice cream and we talked, played a bunch of board games and stuff like that, and I got to know V a little more. So yeah, and I think the biggest bombshell to me was her age. At the time, I was 20, and I ended up like asking her how old she was. I think, and she told me she was 24. And the first thing was like, damn, I didn't know. Like, I knew you were older than me, but I didn't know that much older. Like that's a whole bachelor's degree. I think she's like 20. Well, she should be 25 now. I mean, it'd be weird if it was a whole year later and she's still 24. But yeah, she is a whole like high school graduate diploma older than me. So yeah. Anyways, after that happens, the rest of the week goes by pretty normally up until Thursday, I think. And I'm doing my morning shift stuff, and I have this friend. I'm not gonna put her name out there, mostly because she apologized to me after this happened, but also just kind of out of respect for her, because I still respect her even if she ain't apologized. Um, I had this friend I would like be kind of goofy with, and during that day, I was like doing stuff like real, I want to say aggressively, while I would just like stare aggressively at her. Like I would be like washing my hands, staring at her. I'd be like getting ice, staring at her, you know. And I would hope that she knew I was just messing around. So it got to a point where I got some orange juice. Like Chick Fil A has those little bottles of orange juice, and I grab it and I shake it while I'm staring at her because I'm supposed to be like aggressively shaking the orange juice, and I put it down, and everybody around me like tells me how like well, not everybody, but they were like looking at me kind of weird. They was like, because one thing I have to mention, I'm surrounded by like a bunch of white women. Like all of them were white women. They were like four white women that I was working with. So like I'm not thinking about this at the moment until they all look at me like that. And I'm like, and I get told like, that looks inappropriate. And I was like, oh no, that's not meant to be like that. I'm being so serious too. I'm like, that's not meant to be like that. It's supposed to be like just aggressive. I didn't even think about that. So I went on about my day, and about like 11 a.m. I think. Mind you, this thing happened at like 10 a.m. So like 11 a.m. Like day, middle of the day shift comes, and I get put on break, and while I'm on break, I don't remember exactly what I had. I think I knew I had like those little grilled nuggets and the small fry and some fruit with me, and I ran out of ranch, so I went by to get some ranch, and something was telling me that my boss was about to say something to me, and he did. And he sat me down, and he told me that he looked at the footage and saw the orange juice being shaken, and said that considering that he had just talked to me the week before, mind you, 8 days before, about inappropriate stuff, that he had the conversation with the other directors. I think it was the other directors or somebody, and that they had basically fired me like right on the spot. And I don't know if I explained what happened, but here is what happened. Because apparently, to my knowledge, I don't know if they actually did or if this was just my mother taking things out of wax. Here's what happened. Okay, I got fired. I had this real bad feeling in my stomach. I threw all my stuff away, like threw all my food away, even my Chick Fil A cup. I went to the back. I got my bag, and I was like, I told everybody, I was like, I hope you all have a great day because I just got fired. And I walk out. I'm walking out, and my boss is telling me like he can give me 2 minutes of his time to talk about this. So I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So I walk outside, and I'm talking with him, and we talk for like a little bit, because I'm telling him like the girl that I was looking at, was literally right there. There was no cars. I was like, you can ask her what I said about it, and he wouldn't. And then he was like, I'm giving you 2 minutes of my time. And then it got to a point where I got so annoyed at it. And I was like, is that 2 minutes of my time going to give me my job back? And he said no. And I was like, all right, so what am I talking to you for then? And I walked off. I called my mom, and my mom is in the hospital because my aunt, who would end up dying the next month, um, my mom was kind of irritated with me because I was, super mad. And she asked me if I asked to see the video footage. So I was like, no. And then we got off the phone. I walked back in, and I'm like, can I at least see the video footage? And he says no. And I'm like, are you being for real? He said yes. I was like, all right then. I walk out. I take my Chick Fil A shirt. I rip that thing off. I like literally rip it off like I was Hulk Hogan. I threw it, and I threw it on the ground. I had a donut in my backpack from earlier that morning. I picked it up, threw it on the ground. I walked to my car, slammed the door, went back home super pissed off. Got my other work shirt and my pants. And I drove back over there. and I put my stuff on the counter, and then I was like super mad, and I don't know why I did this, but you know, I walked back in and asked for some water, and then my boss was like, "No, we're not serving you today." And I got like, you ever get so mad where you just get like calm all of a sudden? I don't know why, but it's like sometimes I reach a level of anger to where I'm just self aware, more self aware. That's what happened. I just got so mad that I was about to slam the glass door shut in front of a customer. Well, not in front of, but a customer that was walking in. And then I had to stop myself. And I was like, I'm not about to do this. I shouldn't be doing this. And the customer was like, yeah, just, he was like, yeah, it's not worth it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I went home and yeah, I had went home and made that video. Actually, no, I went home. I think I called my sister, and I was crying because not only did I love that job, not only did I love that job was the only thing keeping me fed, and it just felt like a spit in the face because I'm over here trying to climb up out of this financial hole that I'm in because getting the job at Chick Fil A was something like the job itself. I really loved it. Like, I loved the people that I worked with. I love the work. I love the customers that I worked with. Just entirely, like, the whole job was just a really good vibe. It's why I wanted to work there so much. So, yeah. So, whatever conspiracy I come up with or whatever, not, look, what I believe happened is, they were looking for a reason to fire me because I was working so much. That's just what I believe. That's pretty much what I believe. Now, the reason why I believe that is because, like, the week before, I got asked to stop working so much because they didn't want to pay. I mean, they was like, hey, we can't let you keep picking up shifts. Like, we let you slide on it for the last couple of weeks, but we got to stop that now. And I was like, all right, you got it. So yeah, and then there was this girl who, high school girl. She had homecoming, I think, or something like that. I don't know. And she was giving up her shift. Mind you, this girl worked like an hour and a half. So I was like, hey, I'll take it if y'all allow it. And they let me take it, but then I ended up getting fired before I could work either of those shifts. So yeah, I feel bad. I felt bad for her as well. So yeah. Um, but yeah, they asked me to stop working like the week before. Stop working so much like the week before. And that's what I believe. That's what I believe. But at this point, I'm fine. I forgive. I forgive them for fire. I forgive my old boss for firing me such a nonsensical way. And I will say that what I did was kind of stupid, even if I didn't realize it at the moment. Actually, like the whole orange juice shaking, yeah, that stuff was pretty stupid. As I said, I didn't realize it at the moment. I wasn't thinking about that at all. I literally was thinking about shaking orange juice aggressively to make this girl laugh. So yeah, the girl ended up texting me an apology, like this paragraph of an apology about what happened, because she was pretty aware of my situation, because like I live alone, I have an apartment, I pay rent, I pay bills, and I didn't see it until like a month later, I think. And I ended up replying, and I followed her, and you know I ended up replying, and I was like, you know what, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I forgave her. So yeah, but it took me some months to like really like just even forgive this dude. And what's crazy is, as an Amazon delivery driver, what is it? I would work out in the area that the Chick Fil A was at, and I would sometimes deliver there. But it was at one point where I went to this hospital, and I was walking out to my van, and like I briefly caught my boss like there, like just there. I don't remember if his wife was with him, but like I like noticed him, even if it was like for a quick second. I noticed him, And I look back and I'm like, oh nah. So yeah. What else happened after that? After I got fired? Yeah, I'd get the job as a delivery driver and all that good stuff. And I found out that the girl V that I liked, I personally don't know if she did this. I'm just gonna say it's implied that she was accusing me of sexual harassment. Cause I had this post on Facebook, and I didn't. This dude I've been friends with on Facebook for some years. I didn't realize this was her brother until like he commented and said like, "Weren't you just harassing my sister?" And I look at his last name and I connect it, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, no, I wasn't. And he said, yes, you were. And I was like, look, if I was harassing her, I didn't mean for it to be harassment. And I'm sorry about that. He didn't reply. I'm not going to call him no hoe or nothing like that. All I'm going to say is this. He said what he said. I said what I said. I ain't got beef with him. So, yeah. And I ain't got beef with her either. Like, if she genuinely felt that way, hey, it is what it is. I don't care anymore. So, yeah. Because, you know, like, I don't really be thinking about her all like that. Like, I knew this woman for, like, a month. You know, she fine. She's super fine, you know. And maybe she considered me harassing her because, I had added her on social media. And, what was it on? I think it was specifically on Instagram. I had like DM'd her like a couple days after I got fired. She just blocked me, and I was like, all right, you got it, you got it, you got it. So yeah, but a year later, I'm doing way better. I'm tired right now. I wanna go to sleep. I gotta get my clothes out the dryer. It's almost 1 a.m. I've been yapping for 22 minutes. That's crazy. So yeah, yeah, I'm doing a lot better financially, and I'm grateful that I even worked at Chick Fil A. I'm grateful for the people that I worked with, even if I don't talk to them anymore. I miss pretty much all of them still, but I'll get over that at some point. And maybe they were genuine friends of mine. I don't know. Maybe they were fake. I don't know. I just wish I had another group of friends. Yeah, that kind of got depressing. But as I said, I'm doing all right. You know, I got this YouTube channel and all that good stuff. So yeah, brief announcements for the channel. I got a new mini PC that should be coming in next week by like next Wednesday. So if I don't upload anything after Wednesday, between Wednesday and Saturday of next week, that is because I got the mini PC and I have not set it up just yet. So yeah, I'm not gonna post any more gameplays right now, but I will be live streaming on Sunday. I don't know when, probably 5:30, but we'll see. So yeah, just know I will not be live streaming on Tuesdays for the next while because I will be working on Tuesdays. So yeah. Also in a couple weeks, like 3 weeks, in 3 weeks, I will have 2 live streams. One on Friday for Halloween and one on one on Saturday for my birthday. My birthday is the day after Halloween. So I got that double whammy. If I happen to get my time off approval, hopefully it gets approved. So yeah, if there are any more reviews as well, I will do that. I think the next game I want to probably try to review is like Bully maybe, but we'll see. So yeah, have a blessed night. Jesus loves you. Goodbye. I'm about to go to sleep after I get my clothes out this dryer. I'm just waiting till this video hits 25 minutes. So yeah. Oh yeah, follow my TikTok as well. And subscribe to my other channel, my music channel. It's just Gades. Like the same username as this one, but without the first 5 letters. So it's just GADEZ. It's easy, no more IKP, you know. But yeah. I'm out. Stay smooth. Jesus loves you. Goodbye.